What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. And don't forget to support the page. Hit the Cash App at Carcino. Or you can make a donation to the page. Going to click the link in the description box. Listen, Dr. Martin Luther King deserved his space. I gave him that on his birthday. I don't think I posted a video yesterday. I think everything was pre-recorded. I didn't really get into a lot. But let's get into this, shall we? Dr. Martin Luther King, and I just want to say this first about Dr. King. I've seen people praise him. I've seen people besmirch all his accomplishments. I've seen people that just flat out hated him. All on social media. And this is from people who are the same complexion of him. I don't expect anybody else who's not of his nationality to even understand or even care. But if they do, that's wonderful. But if they didn't like him, hey, that's your own prerogative. But one thing he did do was put himself and his life on the line when he didn't have to. He could have stayed at home. He was good. All he could have did was turn his back and walk away. He chose to risk his life, even though he knew that they would probably attempt to kill him. He still pushed forward. And for that, only thing I could say is thank you. He could have just worried about his family, but he didn't. He persevered and pushed forward. And that's all I want to say. I don't want to make any... There's a lot of people making these hour-long videos about Dr. King. Hey, that's your thing. You want to do it, that's cool. But I'm going to give you guys the video that you guys have been trying to get caught up on. All on one video. Guys are asking me to go live for the Laker game. You didn't donate for me to go live to the Laker game. No, that wasn't the case. I just didn't feel that there was no need to go live for that game. That game was going to be an execution. Plus, I had things to do. Now, let's recap what all went down. Carmelo got traded to the Bulls for about, 24 hours before he will be released to go anywhere he wants. Then you got the Rockets and the Sixers and the Lakers and Golden State Warriors, right? Well, let's get to it. Carmelo Anthony was traded because he had to be traded or moved. The Rockets couldn't afford to have him on the books no longer, so they had to make a move. The only team that was interested in making a deal that they could move and get something for was the Chicago Bulls. Bulls got a highlight press clipping of Carmelo Anthony coming to the Bulls. He's not going to play for the Bulls, but that was very interesting to see. Just for them. Plus, they got some money out of it. What's this going to mean for the Bulls? Absolutely nothing, but that Houston owed him a favor down the line. And they'll be looking to cash in one day. Now, where is Carmelo going? Nobody cares. Seriously, nobody cares where Carmelo's going, man. Nobody's even worried about him on no type of level. I can't think of a soul that's like, man, I wonder what's going to happen with Melo. Wherever he goes, the team is not going to win the championship. So, it's neither here nor there. He should go to Philly. If you go to the Lakers, they have to make a roster spot for him. So who knows what's gonna happen with the with Carmelo Anthony at this point, because I don't think he brings nothing at this level to a team that will get them over the hump. He's not somebody that's going to turn the tide. So I don't know. At this point, I just think it's try to find a spot on Golden State's bench. Because they got a guy that can sit down. They got a guy who ain't really, cutting the mustard, so they can get him out of there if they need to. Then you have another situation. A situation that's involving the James Harden. They got blown out by like 30 tonight. Harden, I think, got 40. I think he had like 38 last time I was watching it. Then he had probably ended up with like 40 something. I don't know. But it was the hardest 40 he ever had to get since this streak started. Now, what they fail to mention is that when Jordan, Kobe averaged these high numbers in the season, they didn't go too far in the playoffs. I think Jordan was eliminated probably in the second round of the playoffs that year, and Kobe was out in the first round of the playoffs. And why it's being said, I think while Kobe was out, you had let me see, Kobe didn't make it, and now James Harden's in that same boat because the team is not playing better. James Harden is just hitting a lot of shots. He's taking like 35 shots a game. Even more free throws. And he's hitting them. But what happens when the ones he's hitting and he's getting these high numbers and they're not, the rest of the team's not working. He's not getting the free throw line. When James Harden don't get those points, those monster points easy, and he's got to really work for them, the rest of the team's got to step it up. And the game got really physical today. And he's killing himself. And then if they make the playoffs, what kind of shape will James Harden be in when it's time for the playoffs? So the streak and everything is cool. And you can get your little MVP award. But how many MVPs actually walk away with the championship at the end of it? Not too many. Now, is this the year Houston beat Golden State? I don't think so. They put a lot of energy into that game, but when it's a playoff series, it's completely different. That even with Chris Paul, they wouldn't, people just think Chris Paul comes back, everything is fixed. No, it isn't. Because this is a guy who's proven to be unreliable also. Then you look at the Golden State Warriors. And tonight, everybody wanted me to go live for that game. I probably should have. I was just really doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and I needed some space. And the fact of the matter is, you look at somebody like James Harden, right? You got about 2 or 3 of those guys on Golden State. So they played the Lakers. Of course, Brown wasn't going to play no first game back with Boogie Cousins on the team. No, he wasn't even in that category of thinking that. Boogie had a light day. He didn't really do too much. He played like 21 minutes. Got like 8 points or something. He's working himself back. Got to get his game time win back and stuff. And The Lakers came out and they competed as long as they could. Brandon Ingram had to run the point, so I knew they were in trouble. Because without Lonzo out there running the point, they were going to be in trouble because the only other person that brings the ball up is Brandon Ingram, but he normally brings it up like Kevin Durant. He looks to score. So early on, that was going to be cute and impressive. You know, he's going to get some points early. And that's not really going to go over for the entire game. And the second quarter, you know, because Golden State's patient, they know what they can do. Steph had a rough night shooting. He only had like 11 points that night, but he kind of took it off because Klay came out. He kind of wanted to put on the show tonight. And the team kind of got behind him. And he hit like 10 threes in a row. You know, and he was just sending a message to the Lakers. You know, he wanted to really do that because he played bad the last game he played against them. So in LA, he wanted to put on a show. You know, plus his dad's there and everything. So Klay put on a show for him. With that being said, I am out of here. Y'all have a beautiful day. And y'all should have known it was going to be a rout. Now the question is, when is LeBron coming back? Is it the next game? Is it another game? All I'm saying is, you can all say, Carcino, we sorry. We should have believed you. I'm out.